Hi, everybody. Today we're going to talk about foundations. Really? Well, we need to know about repairs and negotiations. Different signs I think everybody's aware of. Cracking, cracking bricks, crumbling concrete, mature trees too close to the house with roots spread out like tentacles, insufficient water drainage, puddles that never go away, doors and windows that are difficult to open, windows are difficult to open anyway. This is Houston. Nobody opens windows. The frames separate from the brick. So that's a good clue. And inside there's cracking around the window frames. What's it cost to fix a foundation? You can expect to pay anything. But the average amount is $4,500 plus or minus for a foundation repair. Some superficial cracks can be repaired for $500. Hydraulic piers, you get closer to 10 or 12,000, and that depends on the material you're using. Does your home insurance cover the foundation repairs? Afraid not. They consider it a maintenance issue, and they don't pay for that. Factors that affect what the foundation's going to cost: labor, of course, permits, materials, the type and severity of the issue, the accessibility around the house and to the house, usually a homeowner doesn't even really realize that there's a foundation issue. They've lived in the house for a while and they're used to sticking doors on the inside. They don't see the cracks in the foundation on the outside or the cracks in the brick. Usually they're on the side of the house. It's not where you see them. The first time they usually find out about it is when a buyer has had an inspection. And the licensed inspector, in his report, there is a suggestion that further examination of the foundation for signs of stress is advised. Now that doesn't really say anything. It's just to alert the buyer that this is a possibility. A licensed inspector is really good at his job. He can inspect everything in the house and give you an idea of the condition that it's in. But he isn't an electrician, and he doesn't do foundation repairs, and he isn't a licensed, registered professional structural engineer. And that's what's needed here: a professional structural engineer. I often suggest to buyers that they use a professional engineer if there's any idea that there might be some kind of foundation issue. And this is why. When it gets right down to it, he's the one that examines the house and the proper one, I should say, to determine where, if piers are needed, and if so, where they need to be. He goes into the attic and he checks the structural beams for stress, for pressure points. And he gives you a drawing. No price estimate though. You take your drawing from the professional engineer, and then you, as the seller, call a foundation company and have maybe 3 foundation companies and have them come out and give you estimates for following the professional engineer's report and diagram. Now is when you're ready to negotiate. And as always, I suggest that you and the buyer, the seller and the buyer, come to terms, and that the buyer be paid at closing. That way they can hire the company that they feel comfortable with, and if any follow-up's needed, they know who to go to. So there we are. I hope you don't have the problem. There's a lot of people that don't. They're starting to build better foundations now. But Houston is Houston, and it may happen. And I hope you've gotten some ideas out of what I've given to you today. There's so much about foundation repairs that I could never begin to give you a complete course in it. But Google can. Anyway, if you have any questions, if I can help you with any of this, give me a call. Penny Ritchie, Penrich Properties, 832-725-2989. Or email me at penny@pennysaleshouston.com. Hope to hear from you soon. Thanks so much.